congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
How did the role first come to you then?
I did Game of Thrones. I went to the audition for Game of Thrones, and then it was a similar casting director happened to be on the second time I went in. He was doing Conan, and he's like, I got your Conan. So when I came back from doing the pilot, they hadn't cast Conan yet, so I met Marcus Nespel, and then went in and auditioned, and then, yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah? Were you excited about taking on the role then?
Absolutely. I mean, I was a big Frank Frazetta fan and Robert E. Howard fan, so yeah, I knew I could offer something a little different than the norm. So yeah, I'm really happy that they chose me. So
yeah. So the film's meant to be this retelling of the Conan mythology. It's meant to be sort of like this revamp. So how do you think the audiences are going to respond to it, considering, you know, they've had like the Arnie movies before? And
I think a lot of people, I mean, they grew up with the Arnie movies, but there's 30 years of people that haven't, and it's you know, there's so much source material and so many different types of fans, so I don't think it's just the Arnie fans we're trying to accommodate. It's really the Robert E. Howard, like you were saying, going back to the mythology of it, and also to reboot and show the rest of the world, you know. It's just what we've done in 30 years in technology alone is time to remake this, and I think it's a beautiful world, and we just haven't seen it in a while, so yeah, I think it's a lot more serious and dark and a little bit, it's definitely more violent and a lot more action, so.
Yeah, the movie's a bit of a bloodbath. How intensive was the combat training for it?
It was pretty intensive. We did 6 hours a day of whether it be like lifting weights or stunt training and sword play, and yeah, it was pretty intense.
What was your favourite sort of like part of the combat then?
Learning how to do samurai sword, like to do you know, learning the katana and the bokken, and that was like a childhood dream because I loved old samurai movies, and that was really cool.
Cool. Did you do much of your own stunt work?
I did about 90% of it, maybe. I'm not a big fan of horses, so some of the horse stuff wasn't me. And then anything that looks like a train wreck, like really. I mean, I did do some of the train wreck ones, but I mean the ones that are like death-defying, obviously wasn't me.
Well, you said you don't really like horses, but you know you were the sort of horse warlord in Game of Thrones.
Funny old world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that difficult?
It's me acting like I'm not shitting my pants, so I should get some award for that.
So, where are you guys shooting mostly?
Bulgaria is where we shot for like 4.5 months.
Oh, cool. So what was the ratio of like sort of green screen to actual sort of location time?
I mean, that's the thing that Bulgaria offered, a pretty diverse ecosystem. It was a lot of it's the actual Bulgaria, whether we're up in the mountains or we're in these beautiful limestone caves or on the Black Sea. So we went through 3 seasons there. It was pretty beautiful. And then also, yeah, that was one of the nice things being an actor is there wasn't a lot of green screen. You had some matte paintings and little things here and there, but you know, they built all those sets.
Cool. So your career really started with Baywatch, and so you've come from that. And so how do you feel about Conan sort of solidifying your Hollywood hunk status? Hollywood.
I don't know. It looks more like a slayer than a hunk, but you never know. I don't like pick a role for that.
No.
You know, I was a big fan of Conan, so that was Baywatch was kind of just like, you know, I was folding T-shirts before that, so it was kind of like, yeah, sure, I'd love to go run around in the sun with some women.
Well, you've been tipped sort of for the next sort of big thing in action. Is that exciting or daunting, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to kick the door down and do many different things. I don't want to put a limitation on what I can and can't do. But, you know, I love this industry and I love acting, so I think there's a lot we can offer.
Well, Conan's whole adventure in this film is sort of fueled openly by revenge.
Yeah.
But there's also that softer side to him. So was it difficult to tap into sort of those sort of 2 elements of someone who's meant to be barbaric? I
mean, you know, the biggest thing for me is like I don't find him like barbaric. It's, you know, he's primal and feral in the sense, but you know, I'm a father and I'm very close to my mother, so I was raised with like that sensitive alpha male kind of thing, and I'm very able to be in touch with my feelings, and that obviously helps on the vulnerability in this, you know. But as far as the action goes, I mean, that was just it's really fun, and you know, I'm a big kid, so it's fun to play those kind of roles. Well,
last one then. So there's because there's so much action, there's all the fight sequences seem really varied and really well choreographed. So what was the most fun to shoot? Which one? Does anyone stick out?
The funnest one was probably gosh, You know, the Sand Warrior fight was pretty fun, running around, jumping over things, and yeah, that was like, Sand Warrior one was probably the funnest.
Yeah.
Yeah.